So good morning everybody, welcome for our lesson today. And today we want to look at the government of Kenya. So we shall look at the government, and then we shall look at also the role, the arms of the government. We shall also look at the role of the government. That's what we want to look at. So welcome. So now the government of Kenya is made up of two levels. So number one, we have what we call a national government. National government. Then we have B, we have what we call county government. County government, we can also call it developed government. Developed government. So these are two types of government that we have in Kenya. So county government or developed government, we know very well, according to the new constitution, we have 47 county in Kenya. And then every county has its own president, who is the governor. And then the governor also appoints some executive committee members. So we have what we call the CS of the county. So they are here. So we shall look at briefly the county government, just briefly. County government. County government, county is made up of two arms. So number A, we have what we call county executive. So have what we call county executive. And then B, we have what we call the county assembly. Now county assembly is what we call the parliament of the county. So here you'll find we have what we call the MCS. MCA are here. They represent wards. They are elected according to the numbers of the wards in a given county. So this county, the main role of the county assembly is to make bylaws, and the bylaws, they only affect the counties. They don't affect the national government, but they affect the county, the projects in the county. Then here we have the county executive. This is the most powerful organ. So, powerful organ. The most powerful organ of the county arm of the government is this one. It's a very powerful organ because the president, who is the governor, lies under here. Then here also we are saying that judiciary is not here because judiciary runs all the way from the national government up to the lowest level of the government. So we have only two arms of the government, the county government level. Then that's how it is. And then remember that the county government is ruled by a governor. And then also you should remember that the governor is elected by members of the public or the voters. It's just elected by the voters, registered voters, like MCS and so on. Then here we have what we call the county executive committee members. So the governor appoint what we call the county executive committee members. We can also call them the CS, the county CS, cabinet secretaries of the county, who represent different levels of or departments at the county level, like education. We have agriculture and so on. So that it is. Then the governor is the head of this county government. But mostly we shall base on the national government. So I was just briefing about the county government and so on. So we have another one called national government. The national government. So we want to look at the national government. National government. Our national government has three arms. A, we have what we call legislature. Legislature is also called the parliament. So legislature is also called the parliament. Then B, we have what we call executive. And then C, we have what we call judiciary. see we have what we call judiciary. So we are going to look at these arms of the government one by one. So let us start with the legislature or parliament. Now, according to the new constitution of Kenya, legislature or parliament is made up of two houses. So the first house is called the Senate. Senate is also called the upper house. Upper house. Then we have also what we call the national. We have the National Assembly. National Assembly. National Assembly is also called the lower house. Now, we say that the kind of parliament with the two houses, we call it bicameral. So, Kenya is having what we call bicameral kind of house, which has two houses. So we have the Senate, then we have the National Assembly. The Senate is also called the upper house. Then the National Assembly is also called the lower house, and so on. So that's what we are looking at. So we want to look at the composition. So we have Senate. Now, let us look at the National Assembly. National Assembly. We want to look at the composition of the National Assembly. National Assembly has 290 elected members, 290 elected members representing what we call the constituencies. Yeah. So we have 290 because we have 290 constituencies in Kenya. The members who are elected, we call them the MPs. So these are the MPs, members of parliament. Like when you talk about Garissa Township, then you are looking at somebody like Honorable Baden Duale, is the MP who represents the Garissa Township constituency at the Garissa County here. So it's one of the elected members. So that's what you're talking about, the MP. Then we are also looking at, we have 47 women elected representing the counties. So we have 47 elected women rep. The one we call the women rep. They represent the counties. So there are 47 in number representing counties. They are also found at the National Assembly. Then we have 12 members nominated by political parties. Then we have 12 members nominated by parties. So who carries out the nomination? Not IBC, not the president, not chief justice, not the speaker, but the political parties. And when we talk about political parties, then we are talking about something like we have some of the political parties in KANU. We have KANU in Kenya, KANU. We have Jubilee. So we have Jubilee. Then we have also NASA. These one are coalitions. They are made up of very many political parties. Then we have URP. I think URP is here in Jubilee coalition. Then we have TNA. That one was former Uhuru Kenyatta. URP was for the deputy president. Then we have also even Wiper, and so on. So these are some of the political parties and so on. Talk about ODM, talk about UDF. All these are political parties, but this one, they are under what we call the NASA, which is the opposition party in Kenya. So those are some of the political parties. So 12 nominated members, they are nominated by political parties. Then in each house, we have what we call one speaker. And the speaker, we normally call him an ex-official member. Ex-official member of the parliament. We call him more ex-official because he's elected by the members of the House, whether the Senate, whether the National Assembly, whether the County Assembly. The Speaker is an ex-official member of Parliament because he's elected by the members of the House. So that's what you're talking about. So this is the National Assembly. We want to look at also now the composition of the Senate. The Senate we have 47 elected members whom we call the senators. Now these people represent the counties. 47 elected members representing the county. Then in the Senate also we have what you call the 16 nominated women by political parties. 16 nominated women by political parties. They are also found here. Then we have two youth representatives. Two youth representatives. Two youth representatives. They are also found here in this political party, or in this in the Senate. And there are male and female. They are male and female, gender equality. And then we have two people representing the disabled or people with a disability. And when we talk about the disabled, and then we're looking at the blind. We are looking at those people who cannot see, the blind. We have the deaf. We have the lame. Then you have also mentally challenged. Then you physically challenged are this one. So these are what you call the disabled people. They are here, the deaf, the dumb, those people with the disabilities. So we have two people representing them in this parliament. Then there are male and female. So male and female. So remember that, male and female. Then we have in each house of the parliament, we have said we have one speaker. Then we have said speaker is an ex-official member of parliament. So one speaker, the ex-official member of parliament is here. So remember that. So that is the National Assembly. Then now we come to the role of the legislature. What is the role of legislature? That's what we want to look at. Role of legislature. Role of legislature. The role of legislature. Now, so let us look at the National Assembly first. So, National Assembly. So number one, they can pass vote of no confidence. So the vote of no confidence, we also call it impeachment. So, and who is impeached? Impeachment is the president. So we are saying this. In case the president violates the law of Kenya, remember we said that the constitution is the supreme law that rules people of any given country like Kenya and so on. So in case the president violates the law of Kenya or the constitution, then the parliament can sit down, then they vote against the president to move out of the office. So this is what we call the vote of no confidence, or we call it impeachment. So this one can be done by the National Assembly. But remember, after this one also can be forwarded to the upper house, which is the Senate. Not only the National Assembly can vote out the president from the office. After they are voted, then the motion are passed. This message also will be passed to the Speaker of the upper house, that's the Senate. They also discuss, they select members, around 11 members of the committee to investigate and so on. So remember that. These two houses, they work in conduct. They work in. Then number 2, approves the president appointees. President appointees. So appointees are these people appointed by the president. For example, we have the Chief Justice, we have the Attorney General, we have the ambassadors, we have the Inspector General of Police, and judges of the superior courts. All these people, the CS, cabinet secretaries, the people like Professor Makoha, people like Dr. Matiang'i, Amina Mohammed, and so on. Those are some of the CS in Kenya. So this one, after the president have appointed them, then they will appear before the parliament. Then the parliament will start questioning them or interviewing them. Now, for example, Matiang'i now have been given the role to carry out or to manage the internal security department in Kenya. How will he ensure that they will have security for the Kenyan people? Then Matiang'i will give the strategies how we will ensure that we have security, how we will manage security in the Republic of Kenya. Let us say example is somebody like Chief Justice, maybe David Maraga. After appointment by the president, he appeared or he appears before the parliament. The parliament will question some questions. Then according to the answer of these people, then they can approve them. They can say, oh yes, this one they can qualify. So this is what we call the approval. So the president appoints members in the government, then the parliament approves their appointment. Then we have controls government expenditure. Or what we call budget. Government expenditure or budget. Of recent you have heard about the budgeting. So the budget is approved by, like the other time you saw the Senate did not want to approve the schedule of the new budget 2021 year or 2021 year schedule. It went around 10 times. The senator were not agreeing on that platform, but at the end of the day, it came to an agreement. So that's what we're talking about. The parliament also approves the budget of the government. They also look at how much have been allocated in a given sector like education. We have agriculture, we have science and technology, education, and so on. So this one also do that. Then another one, the main role of the parliament is to make law. Makes law. They make laws of Kenya. So they make a law. After the law has been made now, then it is taken to the president for an assent. He signs, so to become the law, then start operating. So the parliament makes the law. This is the main function of the parliament, main function or main role of the legislature. Then amends law. Amends law. Like amend is to changing of the law, changes. Like you have heard of something like BBI. We have heard of the BBI, like Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta and Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. They are campaigning about the BBI. They wanted to do there's amendment in the constitution that want to be carried out. So amendment in the constitution can be done either by the parliament through amendment by the parliament, as we are talking about, or can be done by what we call the referendum. Referendum is now where people will vote. The Kenyan people will go and vote to change some things in the constitution. So that's what you're talking about. So with the issue of the BBI, it's either we shall go here for referendum, people will vote, then amendment will be done the way people want to be, then, or it can be done by the parliament. So parliament also amends the law or carries out changes in the constitution. So thank you for watching. We shall continue from there.